broadcast live.
Blxckie. Yabona ngicokele wena namhlanje. Yabona nje.
And I've been trying to wear all black all the time, but it's not working.
Yeah, but sometimes you start looking like a security guard. No, but namhlanje ngicokile impahla ezimnyama, and sometimes I'm like, namhlanje ngifeel ngifuna kuba bright.
Not swag now.
Yeah, namhlanje ngifuna kuba bright. And sometimes lento ingene engqondweni yakho ngoba ugcoka impahla ezimnyama, mhlawumbe ucabanga nje ngathi.
Yeah, it's negative.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, njenge-security ufuna ukula.
You know?
I get you.
Fana, all the time it's like a celebration. Manje just got nominated for my BET. Mina ngisakwazi kumenze ngicongratulate kangakanani. It's now congratulations for the next 2 years and congratulations. Mangibona estrade nongathi hayi no. Fana, how does it feel, man? How does it feel?
Yo, it's crazy, dog. It's crazy. Cause the news, I didn't really know about the BET thing until they posted it, you know, because normally me content like my the team in 1 week I was supposed to go to be nominated. So I'm actually happy to go to now because it was more of a surprise also. And yeah, if it's I should go see it just goes over the season. People really like it, so I appreciate it.
I mean, besides that, can you also just give me like just give me your plaques, like your stats right now, please. Just so we know.
They probably changed now, you know. But
the
last time I did a collab with some clothing brand with RedBat. At the same time, I was celebrating the album going gold. So my debut album before now went gold. That took like a few months. Blxckie is platinum. Probably double by now. Oh, it was double platinum back then. Yeah, Blxckie was double platinum. Then we had Slikour, which also went platinum, and we had Down the Nasty Sea, also went platinum. And then the rest that I'm gonna count now all in gold. So Big Time Slapper, Moya, Hold. Yeah, I'm probably forgetting some, but like most of it is like gold vibes.
I mean, gold vibes.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
So, Wamanje, you are in the game. I always say, they're really, in my opinion, I think they're really like two people who are really moving youth culture from what we call urban hip hop. It's just broad now, you know what I mean? And I guess the other guy is like, ironically, he's white to cost, and then the other guy is black, Blxckie, you know what I mean? I mean, how do you feel just about the game and where the game needs to go? And what do you still think that probably is lacking that you still want to add, or you feel that your generation still needs to kind of build into it,
I always felt like a connection with like your fans is like the best thing, because if you always connect with them, they're always gonna watch your moves, and then at the same time, there's a good portion of your fans that want to be you also, that also want to rap and do what you're doing. So it's got a big book about now. You're opening like very important doors for them, you know what I mean? Because the closer you are to them, as a look a bit check on my lives and whatever. So every time you speak something of importance and of help in a live or in an interview, they're gonna take it within, and then you're opening doors for the next people. And that's what everyone really wants. Like when kids always complain about, I'm an OG or whatever, they just want people to like, okay, when you get this, you do this, and then this opens and you can go through, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So I feel like a closer connection to the fans is important, and I feel like that's what I learned from, from Nasty or any other young, up and coming artist that was there at the time that I was, trying to be where I am now. And yeah, I feel like right now there's a lot of that. Like a lot of me and my friends, Costa, Lucas, all of us, like we very much in tune with like the internet and the kids that are coming up. We give them verses sometimes just to be like, okay, there's one verse. Whatever you do with it, it's up to you. Whatever you sign with it, it's up to you. Just do what you're doing and move, you know what I mean? So I feel like that's a good culture that we have going on right now. And yeah, I mean, there's not much that I could change. I'm not really into politiki and
Yeah,
like being mad at people for whatever, because you have to get it how you live and get it how you can. So I'm not really worried about that, but I do my part. You know?
So you feel that like a huge part of the game, even in this generation, which it's almost like so important just to plant back.
Yeah.
You can't really talk about it. I mean, we're from a generation where you can go, yeah, I'm giving back, but right now the tools are there to plant back, and it actually becomes a foundation of your success, basically.
For sure. That's also like the main difference between, you know, hip hop in America and hip hop here. It's like over there they know that thing of like, if you have a certain platform, like it's all like the best thing to do is to give other people a platform also. It's not gonna hurt you in any way, it's not gonna put you down. If anything, it makes you look, you know what I'm saying, makes you feel better first of all, because manje susize umunye umuntu that didn't really, need that help, but like it's out of the good of your heart, you know what I mean? And then, people will look at you like, oh, that's actually a good guy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you came from a space of coming up to Joburg, and congratulations, you also brought your brother up, from KZN. I mean,
Sure.
that's important to take care of family, just generally, you know what I mean? I mean, you told me the story, but I wouldn't share your story if you wouldn't. But like, obviously, I mean, there's a level of growth and success. When was the time because you came here also as a squatter, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like living in different spaces. But when did it tick to you that like, you know what? I think that like I've made some type of impact now, to make decisions like calling up my brother to say, please, he's not only working with you, but he's your older brother. By default, he's taking care of you.
Yeah, for
you know
sure.
what I mean? It's
for
like
sure.
a silent guardian angel. Ebusukuma senikhuluma. Ampana bengizijulele mangizwile uSlikour khuluma
But that's how it is for real.
Yeah.
I mean, like, okay, like the main thing, obviously, Mali,
Yeah.
is you look at your account, you're like, okay, I can probably do this now but then other than that, like, you can feel it though. When you go back home or when you do like certain shows, you're like, yo, dog, actually I know where I am right now, and it's like, I'm at a very high platform and people really love me and stuff. And that's showing me the bit of this thing can go further, so it's like, who can I go with? You know what I mean? And how will I benefit from people pulling up with me, and how will that person also benefit from it? So there are a few people, my friend Leo that I came with also, I had to bring him back to Josie also to figure his thing out. There's a few of my friends that are actually still out here. But yeah, the decision to make Budwa my road manager was like, very conscious, you know what I mean? I went to Durban a few times, like with my parents and whatever. And it wasn't really conversations about bringing him up here. It's just like, what's going on? How are you? Are you feeling good? Like, they asking me those type of questions. And it's like, not the main question, but, one of the questions that always pop up is like, who's there with you? You know what I mean? That you feel like, you're safe and whatever. And Abanga, I need in and out, you know what I mean? They're not really with me all the time. They also have their own stuff to do. So I was like, okay, let's try this whole thing of getting my brother here. Very tough decision because, and, he had a very important job, So I had to think about it a lot. But yeah, the fact that I knew Guti and Ngiyazi Guti ngiyibona manje, I was like, okay, let's do it. It's probably gonna work, and it's working well right now.
That's good. I mean, right now, Blxckie, what's the ambition for Blxckie? As we see this incredible, inspiring and exciting generation that's always going to the UK, that's going to that's going to the Europes of the world.
Yeah.
I might say, the last time we probably experienced that, this global kind of traction was probably when Abu Hugh and Abu Miriam Makeba
For sure.
were doing it on such a bigger scale also, you know what I mean?
I get it.
Where do you see Blxckie positioned in that growth? Because right now it's not about Joburg anymore,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've always had conversations with, my friends about this. We spend so much time in Durban, making music, all the time, you know what I'm saying, every day, and like we had a little bit of fame or clout or whatever in Durban. So like we already had that experience, the same experience I had when I got here, and I had nothing, and then I had to work towards it. I already had that experience, so like that wasn't really the goal. I was like, I'm gonna do this thing, and then I'm gonna see how far I'm gonna take it, and then that's what actually sort of made me not divert, but sort of branch out and do like different things and different genres, and then from that I got like calls from different places, and then I was able to hit, you know, Nigeria first. And when I got there, it's like, okay, this is cool, but then I'm gonna have to start again here, you know what I mean? So I don't mind that. I don't mind starting again. I don't mind like meeting new people and doing the whole thing again. And like by then I had realized like, it's okay, shooting, I'm gonna have to do this in a whole lot of different places in order for me to become like, you know, a global superstar, or, you know, whatever dreams I had when I was younger, like filling out stadiums and whatever. And I'm cool with that. I think that's where I'm at right now.
So you're ready to reset, basically.
Yeah, we're resetting everywhere. So Sky the goalies, shoot in Nigeria, I reset, I can shoot in Europe, I reset, yanking down until, you know. But it's always like, you know, it's inch by inch, small steps. It's never like it's never fast or anything like that. I guess it was a little bit quicker because, you know, there were fans from Durban or whatever. But other than that, like, I'm super patient. I don't mind waiting for what's mine.
So basically, I guess the message, for everyone else out there and every other artist is, you know, you can taste success, the flavor of success in Joburg, but don't be too comfortable with that flavor.
Yeah.
Or in Durban or whatever, but don't be too comfortable with that taste of success.
For sure.
And start thinking that like, you're paid. And you want to you know, you're like, no, start somewhere else again and just like, and go figure it out, you know?
Because there's way more though, there's way more out there. Back on, it's all over the world. Got cool with that. There's people that can do it better than you. There's people that like, you know, work harder and stuff like that. So, like you should never be afraid to like start again and work on your talent and hone in on like what you're doing and your specialty and, you know, your gift in order for it to, you know, be recognized all over the world.
You did your collaboration with Earth Gang, and firstly, I mean, how did that come around? I mean, you've done stuff with Double Vic Mensa also, but the thing about this was that obviously when you did that, you were still on your way up. But like now, there's word that you be on tour with them, etc., etc. I mean, I know I run a whole blog, right? I just don't remember whether you went or you were gonna go or you've gone, you know?
Oh, it's on tour? Yeah. So, okay, it's still gonna happen, so it's in November. Starts on the 22nd. My birthday's on the 24th, so that's crazy. Well, it doesn't start on the 22nd. I'm going on the 22nd, but the first show is on my birthday.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Talk about a prison.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, the Earth Gang, like, I have a super dope team. Shout out to Nandi and Kim and everyone else at M4. Earth Gang, I think, I don't even know what they were here for, but got to figure like one by one. Isn't it two of them? So, yeah, we're here one by one. I think they were just doing like a little tour. I think they were shooting something also. And we're good friends with, what's his name, Vaughn. Vaughn is, you know, at that camp with Zuchi and Herc and Pretty Ugly and all of them. So they were recording at those studios. And then, yeah, so I feel like actually in Jalo, in South Africa, they're like, okay, yeah, I know we're here in this studio with you guys, but like, you know, what's going on out here, you know what I'm saying, who's doing their thing? And they're like, oh yeah, there's, and Blxckie also, Blxckie's also great. And then they end up, you know, hitting us up and being like, okay, let's see what we can do. So I never actually went in the studio with them. I went in the studio with the one guy to play music. So he played me like, you know, the videos that they were gonna drop and whatever, and I just played him like a bunch of songs. Like I was actually listening to my own music while I was just there, and he was like, yo, this is actually crazy and whatever. And then, yeah, they left, and then I got word from Unandi, like, yo, these guys actually want to do a song, and not only that, they might get you on the tour. And I was like, yo, the tour would be crazy, but the song is even crazier, because, you know, I want to showcase my talent or whatever, and if it's a tour, you're not really, you're showcasing your talent, but it's like, if no one really knows you like that, so it would be dope to do the song first, so at least I have a, you know, a name for myself, and then we do the tour. So we did the song, And then again, they didn't tell me. I just saw the flyer, go to Blxckie, Europe, whatever. And I was like, dope. Like, alright, dope, let's do it. And then, I had a video call with the one guy from RedBat. He's like, yo, dog, let's go do it. It's gonna be crazy. Can't wait to have you out here. Yeah, so that's dope. But actually, all those guys when they go to Europe, they come back and be like, yo, they're actually waiting for you, dog. Cause I'm like, things are all clean. I'm like, all the piano blues are going. They're like, yeah, dog, you must go, dog. And I'm like, yeah, I can't wait. But yeah, it's gonna be dope.
Man, shout out to the piano kids, just taking it there. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Look, man, and this is incredible. And once again, we are like Leon Yogoti. You'd never get comfortable. You can't be in the Josie juice and say, yeah, no. Ngoba ngazi flavor yase juice sengazi yomhlaba. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Because nalapha Europe yoqalela phansi.
Yeah.
Yoqalela phansi.
It's a good start though, you know what I'm saying, with the tour and everything. Because I'm sure they have like...
How many stops?
Oh, dog. That thing starts on the 24th, ends on the 26th or something of December. 24th of November. So it's like... Yeah, like a month of shows, kinda. Every day.
You'll be like careful, but I got this thing when you want to be like now. Sis no one to say juice. Sis okay, now
yeah, sis guy.
Wherever you go, so they're there with you. I wish you that kind of success. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But Blxckie, man, thank you just for the music and Interslale Sikhuluma for Tina who've been working. They always go the young cats, and I go, let's not even talk about that, because out of our generation, there were probably 100 of us that were trying, but there's probably like 10 of us, or maybe like a few of us, like 1% of us that literally really were really hungry and really got to a point where I'm sitting here with you.
For sure.
And I keep on saying, guys, don't be so crazy at the kids, because just like them, there's that one percenter that's literally hungry. But the rest of them, just name pinching as this gang. Just for fun or for amantombazane, and I keep saying, guys, don't be too hard as if like Sonke is focused. Don't be acting, y'all niggas were not focused, And I'm glad to say you are an example of a young man that's super focused, that literally is really into the music, and that's just here to just chase that dream. And and when I'm around you, I do feel that humility. I do feel that sometimes I see you cartel and and I'm like, but you're just doing your job. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And it's always great to do that, because you're going to take the generation to the next level where they need to kind of go above you. You that 1%er,
Sure.
And it's great to know,
Appreciate
that you are there. To all the OTs that is Slikour, it's all the guys that we all used to rap with now. They never continued. Here's a man that's representing. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Blxckie, the Unplugged, live and direct. Thanks for coming through. We're at the rehearsal space at Figure of 8. Shout out to Shekinah's place. Yeah, we're punting everybody. Yeah, we're trying everything. Yeah,
Shout out Shekinah for sure.
Broadcast live